Stay tuned. Unscrewed with Martin Sargent. Next.
Unscrewed. That's right.
Hello and welcome to Unscrewed. I'm Laura Swisher, and tonight, well, you're in for a treat because you and I, we're gonna have dinner together and enjoy an entire half hour of dark tips. I'm having White Castle. Hey guys, it's gonna be a dark tip extravaganza, but before we get started, here's some advice. Record the episode. Right now, start recording because you're gonna wanna do these and you'll forget how, and then we'll get confused emails from you that, guess what, we're not gonna answer. So push record. All right. This first tip caused our government to briefly declare Kevin Rose to be an enemy combatant.
I have a lot of data on my hard drive, and sometimes I just don't have enough time to blow it up with thermite. Now, you remember thermite, right?
Oh, yeah.
We have actually a little clip of the thermite. This is thermite in action. Check this out. Thermite burns at 3,000 degrees, and what that's going to do is create some molten iron and completely destroy your hard drive. Now, that takes some time to set up. You know,
right.
You have to do all this wiring. You know, you're sitting there and you're surfing a little porn site, and you hit the wrong switch, and your whole computer goes up in flames.
Right.
Don't want to do that. Good old thermite, a little too slow for me. So take a look at what I use now.
Okay, you got your typical desktop PC, complete with your standard ID hard drive full of data you gotta get rid of. How? Rockets. Rockets to launch your hard drive out of your PC. Sounds dangerous, right? Well, it kinda is, and we did it.
So we're out in the middle of nowhere, and I've got my hard drive, standard IDE hard drive, but this time we're wired up with 10 rocket boosters. Now what this is going to do is the second we slide this inside the case, you'll see I have a nice little guidance rail right here. This is going to slide inside your standard ATX computer case and be hooked up to this switch. The second I flip the switch, it's going to send this hard drive hopefully a couple hundred yards in that direction. So let's hook it up and run like hell.
Kids, don't try that at home. Unless, of course, home is an Adobe bunker. Since we're on the subject of Adobe, what are some of the mistakes people can make with Adobe Photoshop? Let me think. Oh, yeah. Remember when Kat Schwartz accidentally posted nude pictures of herself on the web and became wildly popular, ultimately ending up on the Howard Stern Show and landing a gadget column with Stuff magazine? Well, here's a tip that can help you avoid that terrible fate.
Well, a friend of mine actually emailed me the picture.
Right.
And I had to verify it with my friend, so I sent about 60 or 70 guys.
Of course, you have to,
getting it out
right?
there. And yes, it is true, they did verify it. And actually what does happen is it's actually a little tricky thing here. Let me show you. I actually took a picture of Marty. Check this out. This is Marty and I took this picture. And what I've done here is I've cropped the image, and take a look at this here. This is the cropped image that we've done, just like Kat did. But
right.
what happens is when you save the image, it actually saves a thumbnail in what's called the EXIF info.
The EXIF.
The EXIF. So that's the thumbnail right there that's stored in this information. Now, there's no way to get rid of that unless you manually strip it out, because if you crop it, it's still going to be there hidden behind the scenes. Now, a lot of other information is also stored. Check this out. It tells you the type of camera that it was shot with, the Nikon D100. All this information is hidden behind the scenes. So what happened is, when she put this cropped image up on her website, users were able to open this up in Photoshop and then view the thumbnail within Photoshop and actually see that image and then extract it out from there.
Right.
So what you have to do is just, this is a free application called Photo Studio. You open the image up, and then you go into Image here, and then you go into Thumbnail, and you choose Create Inline, and you click that right there, and then click OK. And now if we scroll over here and click on the thumbnail, you'll notice that the thumbnail is the same as the original. And then we save that out to the hard drive, and then no more nude picture of Marty.
And you got to make sure that you don't mix them up and accidentally post the original one, and then you're left in the same predicament.
Exactly. It's very important to get this free utility, something worth downloading for sure.
Okay, the sad thing is Howard Stern has not returned Marty's phone calls, even though he's completely willing to talk about his lesbian experiences. Hey, by the way, do you know where most first lesbian experiences take place? Intramural softball leagues in colleges across the country. Know what else takes place at colleges? Cheating. So here's a tip most likely to earn you an F if you get caught.
this is a watch that has a laser built into the side of it. And so all you have to do is
Blind
push
the
the button
teacher.
here. No, not blind the teacher, but what it's going to do is that there's kids that sit in the class and they will circle the correct answers. You give it to the smart
Right.
kid, and you know how they always have writing around the room?
Yeah.
Well, they go in the number and then the answer, and then they'll be able to tell exactly. It's been done, trust me. Next one, Mentos, you normally know them as the fresh maker, but in this case,
They're the
what we
test
have
maker.
here, the test maker. Let's zoom in on that right there. You can actually see the test. Yeah, so what we did is we scanned in a Mentos label here, and this is Photoshop running. You know, you can use any type of graphic editing application right here. This is the blue label, and we've typed in the answers right here, and then you just print them out, and then use a little bit of that double-sided tape. I found it works really well.
Right.
And then you can just tape them right back on, and you know, teacher thinks you have some Mentos sitting on your desk, but secretly, all the answers are there.
Study schmuddy. All right, you guys, after the break, we're going to show you how to make beer drinking more fun than you could ever